Do you think that organizations like Wipro are doing the right thing when they take a strong stand? Or do you think that some of these companies really now need to evolve with the times and loosen their policies to allow for employees to do a bit more than restricting them just to a day 9 to 5 kind of job? Varsha, I think your audio is on mute. Could you just unmute yourself, please?
Can you hear me now?
I hear you well.
Okay. So I'm saying as of now, the way the law stands today in India, I think the stand they would have been taken under a sound legal advice, and I'm sure their decisions are within legal parameters. Their employment contract must be having this restrictive covenants about dual employment or multiple employment, and I'm sure that they have been terminated in terms of those. However, your second point that whether it needs to be re-explored, yes, moonlighting is it's not an epiphany. It was existing, it is going on, and I think it is here to stay. Maybe in certain sectors or certain industries, but in that scenario, we need to, rework our ethics, rework our work mode, redesign our organization, see what level of work can be done, how, like the other gentleman was pointing out, and only then we can say that moonlighting is perfectly legal. As of today, the way the law stands, like I see in Factories Act, there is a prohibition for dual employment. There is a Shops and Establishment Act where, the state rules are also formed in each state, and most of the states are restricting dual employment. So if we go by this, legally speaking, yes, today maybe the stand of Wipro is not incorrect. They have taken a stand under the legal regime which subsists in India today.
Okay, but we'll come into the grey areas in a moment. I want to go across to Harpreet Singh Saluja, President at Nascent Information Technology Employees Senate Knights. Would you agree with what the HR department and management at Wipro have done, firing 300 employees? Or do you think that companies need to change their thinking to fit the times?
Hi, and first and foremost, thanks for giving this opportunity to share the views of employees, what the employees think. And particularly going back to the history, moonlighting is not a new thing. Infosys Infosys founder Narayan Murthy, he was working with Patni Computer Systems when he founded Infosys. At the same time, if you'll go with startups like Flipkart, then it was founded by Sachin and Binny Bansal. They were working for Amazon. And Freshworks, which last year got listed into NASDAQ, Girish Matra Bhutam, while working for Zoho Corporation, founded the Freshworks Corporation. So, do you feel that the employees currently working in the organizations are doing unethical things if they wish to upgrade their lifestyle, or they want to create another organization like Infosys or Wipro? Is it a crime to think like that?
No, but there's a difference. If you're sitting at Wipro wanting to set up a new organization, that one could still concede as a rightful aspiration. If you're sitting at Wipro and working for Infosys or Accenture or anybody else who's in a competitive space, depending on the project that you work on, that is plain wrong, which is what's happened in this instance. It's not as if he's wanting to set up the next Freshworks or Flipkart. It's very different.
That is fine, but do you think dual employment, as it is mentioned only in the Factories Act, as per the law is concerned? Apart from that, the Factories Act does not apply to the IT industry. Apart from that, the real thing is, dual employment means working for a company for more than 9 hours, as per law. So, if a person is working for Wipro, he is a full-time employee, and the Wipro is submitting the PF of that company for that employee, is it possible for another organization like Infosys or Tech Mahindra or any other organization to submit the PF for the same employee? It is not possible. The system
you don't need to be submitting a PF. You could be working on a contract. You could have a gig job with defined parameters with your rival competitor while you have a full-time job with an organization like Wipro.
No, there are no such jobs in IT industry. Employees are working overtime. They are working for 12 hours, 14 hours without any overtime benefits. So how is it possible for an employee to work for 14 hours for one organization and then go back and work for 9 hours for any other organization.
But you don't need to
Is
work
it-
for 9 hours for
is
another
it-
organization. It can be a,
No, no.
it can be a job, or it can be a task which involves lesser hours.
Yeah, but that is happening in other, it is happening with other professionals also, right? If a teacher is teaching at school and he's coming back to the home and giving some kind of tuition, is it a crime? The person can work voluntarily for an NGO as well. He can be a dance instructor as well, or a content creator.
Okay, so you
in
make
the
some interesting
current
points, and that's where this debate gets interesting. There would have been no Flipkart, there would have been no Infosys if Narayan
yeah,
Murthy
right.
hadn't done some moonlighting on the side.